Hi, everyone. All right, welcome to this place. And welcome back if you're returning. So, happy now whenever you find this. If it matters, I'm recording this in Cancer season. Um, so, I guess we'll just jump right in. Okay, you ready? Let's see what your overall energy is. You are okay. You are okay. Number 19. Let's read that book. Let's see if we can try to multitask here. Sure, we can do it. I'm absolutely positive we can do it. Okay. Number 19. It says, why worry about what you can't control? All kinds of life experiences are inevitable. I get that sometimes we feel blue and low, but reframing the situation always finding the sunny side really helps put a smile on our faces. 10 years from now, will the things that are bothering you still matter? Probably not. Embrace this very moment with sincere gratitude and the kind of joy that comes from within and above. It's an amazing trick to live a happy life. We are connected and we are kind. Do you feel the deep sense of, I am okay? I sure do. Now you received an extra card with that, so let's see. Yeah, Six of Wands. Okay. So are you okay? Six of Wands, absolutely yes. If there's anything right now that you're feeling like you're worrying about, you'll get yourself out of it. Maybe a part of it, Six of Wands, all the cards to me have many meanings. But, sometimes if we get a, are you okay, and there's a little worry, and we have Six of Wands, well, I suppose that could be where someone may be doing very well for themselves, and everything's all good, but this is a place of rest, a little bit. It's a place of surrender, like, okay, I just got through something, and now I'm here. And the thing is the next thing is actually a get through something. So maybe that's why Spirit's suggesting to be okay in this moment, right? This is the year of the Chariot. We have this little horsey, but this horsey just made it to town, right? I also heard you don't need others' recognition to prove that you're good at something either. It would be one of those things where you're like, I am okay. I mean, I suppose, again, others could help in, who you're around will matter, and if you are the kind of person where when you're not okay, you're like, everything's if there's something, whoever's like that, where it's like everything's fine, even though they feel a little worried. I heard getting down off the horsey and letting others know, like, being a little bit more vulnerable could actually be helpful to be like, oh, wow, I am okay because I'm not the only one who feels like this. Do you know what I mean? And that'll really help the energy move forward. I also see this as a great support right now. Like, someone's like, you're okay, you're good, it's all good. Something like that. All right, let's see what the strength is that you're bringing into this time. Oh, the sun. All right. Good. There's another white horsey. Interesting. So the strength you're bringing in this time is positivity, optimism, lightheartedness, a strength also is looking back at the past with a good attitude also really helps. you know? Like I heard, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that. Whether it's something you can connect to or whether this is something you would want to connect to, whatever you will be connecting to in the future. Like right now, I guess, again, you are okay. Six of Wands, Sun card. This is also okay in your relationships, marriage, and children, also, if that's the case. Uh, so, again, I see if you happen to feel, if whoever happens to feel different, there's someone here that may feel different than how other people feel, or they think they do. But once they express it, then they realize that they're not alone. And that really helps. So optimism right now, again, Sun card is the most positive card in the deck, so they say. So that's a big, you're coming in with some big strength here. This is also good heart health. Um, this is happy inner child. At very least, no matter how much work you've done thus far, this is being happy for what you have worked through your younger days also, and shed some where you've shed light on it, where you have again come to look at places that even were very dark with a more positive light. Remind yourself of that, because that may help you to understand more about where you are and not maybe worry about so much of what will be, if that makes sense. I feel like this reading is very much like a present energy is important. Okay. It's a little bird. So I decided to look at the angles. I feel like those are important. So that was all you. Let's look at work. We'll go in the motion of heaven. Let's look at work. So your career, maybe something that happens in public. It could also be if you're retired, like, or otherwise, like what you're working on. Let's see. There's so many layers to things. Oh, interesting. We have Queen of Swords and the Chariot in reverse. There's two more horsies. Now, it came out like that, so let's take it. Queen of Swords is looking right back at your power, okay, that you're bringing into this time. So whatever you're working on, whatever's going on with your job, wherever you are when you're out in public or connecting to the public, what's important here is your strength of positivity, lightheartedness, a good old smile on your face, like not being, this little babe is not afraid, right, to be itself. They're not ashamed. They know life's a learning process. So if you got any worries about work, because that's sort of the energy, right? You're okay. Excuse me. You're okay there too. What's important here is to focus on your strength. Now, let's try to be a little more technical. So if this is about work or whatever you're working on, I feel like this could be something where if the energy's been, maybe someone was wondering something because something feels a little slow. Because even though we have these two horsies beginning, right? This horse, again, had just got to town. It's just standing there. This horse is just standing there. It's not, none of these are hauling ass down the thing. The Chariot in reverse means something is paused. But I don't feel this like a bad pause because you have Six of Swords, or Six of Wands and Sun. So in ways of work, again, or what you're working on, focus in on what you have achieved up into this point. It keeps rolling into this. Like, that's important. It's not about, like, what's the next step? Or, like, I mean, we're not supposed to be stagnant, but whoever finds this energy is really emphasizing like being in this present moment, being happy with this present moment, being okay with this present moment, and knowing that you're okay in that, even if it feels. Because what it's almost giving me the impression is that, like, where it feels stopped, right, those horsies, but it's more of, oh, I'm grounded. You know, when life's always been chaotic and you always worry about everything, right, or trying to figure it all out, what happens when you finally get to a stage where everything's okay? You're okay. What happens then? Well, it feels a little uncomfortable. You want to stay up on the horsey, right? Libra had this reading a long time ago. Get off your high horse of fear, right? I'm laughing for myself too. We're all connected, you know. It's not. I'm. No one is out of this equation. Okay. Now, I would say until um, August, September. So for like a couple months, depending when you find this, I'd hold off on any like major contracts or um, hauling ass too fast. Okay, it kind of reminds me of the Leo whiteboard session that we did, if you want to reference. Um, and you know, if there's any decisions that you're trying to make, or you want like a perspective on something, like, you know, let's say in ways of work, say you actually um, well, I see, say work's a little bit slow, or you get some time off of work, or your boss is like, oh, you can go home early today. Don't think that that's like, oh, fuck, am I going to lose my job? It's just like, no, awesome, thank you so much. I've really been looking forward to spending a little bit more time with my kids or my grandkids. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. Don't worry. Again, you're okay. Don't worry about it. And if there is any resolve or like issue that you're wanting to figure out in relation to what you're working on, well, I heard put some love around it, right? And sometimes Queen of Swords in reverse is a little bit. Um, Sometimes people say that she's sharper when she's in the reverse, but the way I'm seeing it right now is where someone actually is being more conscious to their mental state and being more comfortable in their body, and because of that, the words that are coming out of them are actually someone speaking from their heart versus just what they want. Speaking from the heart. Okay. Let's actually see what's going on with other people. Let's see. Okay, the world. So you have three majors now. We're going back to the Empress. So Empress is about the body and health and emotional health, physical health. Empress to me is also a very protected card. She's very faithful. She's very devout. So maybe there could be something. $11 exactly. Excuse me. I guess there could be some things. World is a full cycle with a situation, right? But what that does is that opens up a whole new arena. And this card also speaks of being protected, right? This mandorla is protecting her. That also represents God's timing, right? So I guess when it comes to other people, if there's any closes with them, or again, there's something where it feels like there's a completion and then therefore a redefinition. That's okay too. Because remember, where one door closes, I heard two doors open, especially if you close it for yourself. You know, make those conscious decisions. Um, I could also see that there could be other people in your life that are also going through cycles that are really big, that they are coming to the edge of closing out. So if part of your worry, for instance, has to do with others, well, I guess you don't have to worry about that. um, and maybe something having to do with others. It does feel a little separated in some kind of way. So I heard, just keep reminding yourself, like, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm okay. It's okay. This could also be you speaking, like people speaking that to other people really helps the person. It helps who it's being said to. It helps the person who is saying it, right? Interesting. I would also say, world in relation to other people, there must be something wider that a person's also connecting to with other people now. Like maybe with other people, it's wanting you to expand. You know, maybe some have been in like a small little bubble, you know, and I see it was supposed to be like that, like it needed to be. This reminds me again, I keep seeing the Empress like within this world. I mean, I guess this is mother energy too, but either way, it's like this is wanting for you to expand and put yourself out there, right? Your strength right now is to shine. Your strength right now, this isn't to prove something. It's just the energy of you. And your laughter, I don't know, your lightheartedness, your silliness at times, less serious. I heard not any less responsible, just less serious, right? Because worry is worry, warrior. Um, okay, let's see what's going on with home. Okay, 5 of Wands. So, I don't know if this is, for some of you, maybe your neighbors or your neighborhood. Maybe there's a little drama there. I suppose if you have a bunch of kids, they could be bickering I just saw a bunch of kids like running around and they're not really fighting, but they're being loud and like knocking things, and the energy feels like that, and the person's just trying to like focus, and then all of a sudden someone snaps and they're like, hey. It's like, whoa, easy. Let's see. Star. Easy. I heard, what do I see? Getting out a little energy will actually help things. Getting out, maybe that's the thing. Maybe some of you need to get out of the house. Like go play with some friends. Go get some energy out, because home will be a lot better. As your overall energy, where you're going to be okay is the 6 of Wands too, and home right now is the 5. Then whatever the issue is in relation to home will be resolved, Like, for instance, if some of you are looking for a home or looking to change, like there's something about that. You wouldn't want to take the easy route in relation to home. Now, I suppose this is a bit of family too. You wouldn't want to take the easy route. It would be like, I heard it'll find its way, right? We pulled the star on that. So Maybe cleaning the house could also be helpful, or like going through things. It could be some of you could live in a very cluttered house, or there's something that's cluttered. It could be energy, it could be literal objects, it could be people in the house also have like stagnant or like stuck energy. It depends where you're at. So again, if it's something that's out of your control, like that are you okay card that we started with, then you need to go get out and be like, I need a break. And if for some reason in relation, again, who you live with, all of that, if it gets too tight or it starts to become a battle, this is more energetically, you can feel it versus actually arguing. Then it would be like, look, I understand what you're doing, but like I need I understand what you're going through, but I need a break. I'd also say like who's in charge of the house too. Like who takes charge, because I'm almost seeing this one as like what the dad would do. It's just like, when dad walks in the room and it's just like, okay, dads always command respect. It's like, whoa, okay, dad's here. Not in a scary way. It's not meant to be like that. It's where it's almost like Saturn. It's like, okay. I heard I'm going to respect myself and that which I am connected to by doing what I can, and also removing myself when necessary, because this could almost be like too many cooks in the kitchen trying to work on something too. Something probably needs a little bit, again, more space. Maybe someone needs a vacation also, like some kind of thing there. Okay, let's see, to close this out, the message from Spirit in addition to all of this. 10 of Pentacles. Everything gonna be okay. Everything's actually gonna be great. And honestly, I feel like it's already great. Well, this card, if this is Spirit suggesting, this card shows a man, a woman, probably your peers of the different sexes. We have children here. We have animals. Here's your elders. This is being outside. Ten of Pentacles really is having all the things. So I guess this is also a place of gratitude, again, in what you have achieved, what has been achieved, and being good with where you are. Because you know what I'm almost feeling like, where sometimes this could feel like, okay, you're going along and it's a red light and you're like, okay, fine, red light, like no big deal, I'm here, right? Horse stopped. But there's something that comes in where you're like, a person's like, why is this light not changing? Taurus talked about this. Why is this light not changing? Like, why is this red for so long? And someone's staring at the red light, like waiting, be like, where is it? 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 When's it gonna turn green? When's it gonna? And it's like, no, what? While you stop, look around. Look around. Look out the windows. Roll the window down. See what's on the radio. Like, that's the point of when life feels slow or slows down, is for us to be good where we are. Because if we're allowed to slow down and actually have our feet on the ground, where we're not like running to survive, then we're good. At least in that moment. And that attitude really does help in moving it forward, Not only for success, but also for success overall, but also success of solving problems as they come up, right? Knowing what is your problem or not, what you can do or not. And let's read Are You Okay again. I see you don't have to worry about what you can't control. All kinds of life experiences are inevitable. And I understand that sometimes we feel blue and low. But try to reframe the situation. I see with light and with love, finding the sunny side will help put a smile on all of our faces, right? And the 10 years from now, will the things that are bothering you now still matter? Probably not. Maybe you want to think back 10 years. What were you stressing about 10 years? Like, are you stressing about that now? And remember, embrace this very moment with sincere gratitude and the kind of joy that comes from within your heart, within the heart, and from spirit, right? It's an infinite love. This is an amazing trick to live a happy life. We are all connected. And maybe a little, even though, again, you know how we do here, like 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Sun card, World card, which is also a card of success. So positive. So don't worry about what it will be right now. Just be. Just be. That's been a big lesson for me lately, too. It makes sense. We're all connected, Just try to be. Because there's a lot of goodness right here. And if you don't feel that for some reason, or if you're feeling pretty good, but someone else that you love, that's in your heart, is having a hard time some way, somehow, just reinforce that with you're okay. We're okay. It's going to be okay. Whatever that means. Right? I heard it's going to be okay. Let's enjoy the day. Good. Beautiful reading. Well, I hope it was helpful. And thank you so much for being a part of this place. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here and to connect. So take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.